Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And a beautiful, almost a Monday, Tuesday it is, because wow, we just got over Labor Day. Well, this is our Monday to kick off the week. But listen, hopefully you had a great holiday. You had a long weekend. So I know that you are ready for this show today. Let me say good morning to you and welcome into the hottest spot in town. That is Sunshine's Corner. And as always, I invite you to be a part of the conversation. I invite you to tell somebody when you want to talk about or even hear about what's happening in and around the Gulf Coast that's important to us. This is where you need to tune in right here. Weekday mornings at 9 o'clock, Sunshine's Corner, Blab TV is where you need to be. And get this, today it is no different. Because you see, I like to recognize people that are working hard and doing great things in our community. We're talking about events that are coming up. And I have a young lady on with me today. I commend her strength, her unction to get up and do things to make a difference. I have Michelle Gant on with me today, and she's going to talk about an event that she's got coming up in recognition of suicide awareness. Because of the things that she has gone through, she's willing to share it with you to make a difference. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Look at that big old smile she's got. But Michelle, you got a super event. Let me roll back. We went to an event this past weekend together.
Yes.
It was Saturday. We were downtown at the suicide awareness. It was Jason's mom's house. And we end up at, where did we go?
Valerie's house.
Valerie's house. I know another house. But we had a great time and with lots of people there in support of our suicide awareness. And what we're going to talk about today is the strength behind what you're doing because of the loss of your son.
Yes.
And we've got another walk coming up on September the 14th.
Yes.
And it's all in recognition of and to keep your son's name alive.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
And I can't wait to be a part of it. It's going to be there at 5:30 at Museum Plaza.
Right.
Everybody know where the park is, where Willow did his last. There it is right there. We got it on the screen.
Yes.
That's what's going to be coming up on the 14th. We want you to be there at 5:30. We want you to get there at 4:30. So, I mean, you can be there so you can, mingle around and talk with the people. And you're going to have vendors there and everything, right?
Right.
But we've got more to talk about before we even talk about that. I'm going to give it to you because as we were talking, I want you to talk about some things that you want to share. What's the motivation behind you with this event and how you've got it all set? It's been a lot of work.
It has. So this is my first event. I'm Michelle with TRI. It was an organization I created after my son. It stands for Trauma, Release, and Invest. So this organization is to help individuals and families to first recognize the trauma within yourself. Once you recognize that trauma, we're going to give you coping skills of how to cope with trauma and how to release that trauma. And then once you've released that trauma, what you got to do, pour back into yourself. So we're going to work on investing back into you, self-care, taking care of your mental health so that you don't even get to that point of hopelessness and suicide. So that is what the organization is for, is to prevent.
And you call it what? TRI?
TRI.
Oh, wow.
After my son, yes.
Oh, how beautiful.
Thank
I mean,
you.
but we talked Saturday about all the hard work and everything that you're doing. And Michelle, I'll tell you, hats off to you.
Thank you.
Because, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know if I can do it. Because it's got to be traumatic to deal with that. Now, I deal with now, I understand with the TRI and what you're doing. But talk more about what we were talking about, how people can understand. And I want to let you know that I did a commercial and you're in the commercial. Okay. And you're talking about, what suicide, how it leaves the person here is the one that is the hard part.
So my thing is I'm just turning my pain into purpose. So it has been very hard for me, and the last 2 years have been the most difficult. And what people don't realize is the survivors, the ones that are left behind, the impact that it has on them,
right,
and the burden that it has on them,
right.
And so I want to help and save other families from going through something so traumatic, and just getting the community together to love on each other, pour into each other, and just, prevent from anyone else going through this.
Absolutely. And when we say bring the community together, anybody knows me, I always say I believe in this so fiercely from the heart. Right. Collectively, we put our resources together. We can do anything.
And this is for everyone. If you've lost someone to suicide, if you know someone is struggling, or if you feel like, this is not about you, it is, because you can come and be educated of how to prevent this from ever having to go through this, so that you can help someone else. We all need to be educated, and I really just want to break the conversation of suicide and making it more easy to talk about, just breaking the stigma, of such a difficult conversation, to where we begin speaking about it and bringing that change.
Absolutely. And you use the key word, change.
Yes.
Change is hard sometimes, but it's necessary.
It is.
And I'll tell you what you're also doing, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's watching you that's being affected by your little videos you do.
Yes.
The little clips that you do on TikTok.
Right. So I've started making videos on my grief journey.
Right.
In September of 22, after my son passed away, I was diagnosed with broken heart syndrome.
Say that one more time. Look at that. Oh.
In September of 22, after my son passed, I was diagnosed with broken heart syndrome.
Let me ask you a question. Other than me, I had never heard of that. And when I saw her, and when she was talking about it on her clip, I went back and started researching. And there are questions that I asked. My God from glory, did you know about that? Did you know about that? It is really has a name, a broken heart syndrome. That's deep.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, continue to do that. Continue as you journey through to share that, because how many other, I'm stuttering because I told you about it, right? When we talked Saturday. How many others is that helping? You never know.
You never know.
But continue. Broken heart syndrome, it's real.
It is.
It is. Like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but go ahead.
Good. You're good.
And with the fact that you with what you're going through, you mentioned even now that you have a mentor that's with you, that also encouraging you. His name is?
My mentor is Antonio Royster.
Hi, Antonio.
He is phenomenal. He is if you do not know Antonio and Justina Royster, you are missing out. They are so filled with so many gems. I tell you, he has poured into me spiritually. He is just an awesome person.
Thank you. I mean, hey, we should have had him on here today with you.
Yeah.
You think he would have come?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's very busy, but
he would have come. Maybe he'll call in today.
Yeah.
Ooh, but now remember, you can call in to talk with Michelle or to give her encouragement today at 850-432-7768. That's 850-432-7768. Make sure you do that, because I believe when we pour into each other, there's something else that comes out that's positive.
Yes.
I really believe that, because what you're doing, I think it deserves a great big round of applause. And as you continue, and you keep telling it's not just for your son, but you're doing it for others.
It's not for my son. It's also, I'm a survivor. I attempted suicide when I was 15 years old. So this is a passion for me. I literally feel people that have gone through this, because I myself have gone through it. So I'm not just doing something that I haven't been through myself. So I want people to understand that I've been there. I know what it feels like to feel like you don't have anyone. I know what it feels like to feel like all hope is lost. So if I can overcome, you can too.
At what age? 15?
15.
My God. I didn't know that. All these years I've known you.
Yeah.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
What did you try to do? I mean, I know you said you tried to take your life. But what pushed you to that point?
What pushed me to that point? So I went through a period of my life where I felt abandoned. I felt like I didn't matter. I was adopted, so I always felt like an outcast. I always felt like I didn't belong anywhere. I was a teenage runaway. So I was living on the streets, and so I just felt like life would just be better if I wasn't here.
Really?
This was before I had any children, so that, people say, well, you had your kids. Well, they were not here yet. So I didn't have my children, but I just felt like if I could just disappear.
Did you think that because of the fact that you were adopted?
I felt like the fact that I was adopted, I didn't know where I came from. I didn't know who I belonged to, and I didn't feel like I belonged in the family that I was in.
Oh, really? Wow, that's so. Have you ever met your biological
I
parents?
did meet my biological mom when I turned 18, and then years later I met my biological father.
Okay. Do you have a relationship, or did you build a relationship to make it better?
So my father passed about a few years back,
Okay.
but I was able to connect with him, and I didn't build a relationship because I had a lot of resentment when I met him. And so, of course, I found out years later that, it wasn't him. But because of the abandonment that I spoke of, I was angry when I met him, if I'm honest.
I understand.
So I wasn't as receiving.
Of course not. I understand.
Yeah.
But look at this. You overcame that.
I did, and I think it's very important for people to know. Like, I can sit here and I can tell you all day, you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't feel like that. Mm-hmm. And it's one thing to say that because I lost a child to suicide, and it tore me apart. Don't get me wrong, but it's something completely different when I've been through it myself. I can sit here and tell you, I know what it feels like.
Right.
I know what it feels like to be at that point of giving up, or feeling helpless, and that's where I really want to be able to help other people overcome this, because if I can get through it, you can too. And it's
Absolutely.
very important to know that. And I feel like you're able to reach people more when you've been through something, because you can tell me all day, you can relate, but can you really if you haven't been through
Never
it?
been there.
Right.
I agree 100% there. And you said something else, Michelle, I think that's powerful. Even with the fact that you're sharing this now. I've known you for quite some time. Never would have thought. But the fact of it is that you're able to share because you're willing to share your story to help somebody else. And, sometimes you hear people, have you ever run into the fact that even when you're going through, people on the outside are going to make their own conclusion, they tell lies, they add stuff to what they don't know.
Right.
Is it like that too? I mean, when people out there, they don't know.
I think a lot of people don't share because of shame and because of being looked at differently. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not ashamed of anything I've been through.
Come on with it.
God brought me through it. And I remember I went to Lakeview Crisis Center, Intervention Center. I was Baker acted and I was admitted to a mental hospital.
Okay.
And that changed my life. I haven't had any, and it really, as a teenager, I was angry at my mom for putting me there, but today I can say I'm grateful.
Amen.
It really changed me, and I just feel like, in order to bring change, I'm setting the example that it's okay to tell your story.
Absolutely.
I am setting the example that it's okay to speak out about it. This is the first time I've ever talked about this. My children may not even know about it. I've never shared this with anyone. But in order for me to tell you that we need to break the stigma, in order for me to tell you that it's time to speak up, I have to do it first.
Absolutely. And I commend you.
Thank you.
I mean, I love you with a perfect kind of love, but you already know that. She says, I know. I mean, because she's a sweetheart. Somebody's already called her. Let's see who this is want to talk with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonshine. How are you doing this beautiful Tuesday?
We are doing fine. How about you?
Doing pretty well. I want to thank Miss Michelle Gant on all the things that she's doing out in the community. I think it's such an uplifting. I know it's difficult what she's been through. And I had a question for her, but I think she just answered it because I've been sitting here listening to it, and I was just wondering, has she healed from a lot of the wounds that she had during her childhood? And how is that relationship with her adopted family as well through this healing process?
Thank you. That's a great question. I am healing. I have healed from my childhood. Yes, I go to therapy every week, every Tuesday actually. This is my therapy day, so I do that. And me and my adopted family, we have a great relationship. We have rebuilt that, over the years. Even with me losing my son, we were able to rebuild through that as well.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. I commend you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Michelle, I remember the last time you was on the show, you mentioned that you've been in talks with your children or your daughter about going therapy. Have she moved towards that down yet?
They have not, but my son did recently ask me about therapy, and
Did he?
I told me that's a huge step in the right direction. So yes.
Wonderful.
So
I
we're
ran into
still
him
praying
downtown.
on that. Yes, we are still praying on that. God is moving.
Right.
So I'm just trusting and believing God, and I just continue to set the example that I want.
Absolutely. That's a mouthful right there. And they are watching you because your daughter is just like, you. See, I mean, even, I'm talking about you all over. But thank you, Eric.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Y'all have a blessed day.
All right, bye-bye. And everybody, I tell you what, now, if you want to be a part of this conversation, 'cause we got a lot to talk about. We're going to tell you about the events that's coming up on the 14th, how you can be a part. And I've got something special I want to say about that because I think the community need to come out and just pour out. So get ready. Stay close. We got more of this conversation coming to you from Michelle Gant right here from Try. Sunshine's Corner on Blab TV.
Navigating healthcare is hard. Baptist makes it better. With convenient locations, easy scheduling, and skilled, compassionate doctors, all when you need us most. The next time you need care, let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Animal Allies is looking for volunteers, and there are many ways that you can help. From taking care of cats to using your computer and social media skills, any and all assistance is greatly appreciated. We have morning and afternoon shifts every day or help at adoption events. You could even foster a kitty at home. And it counts towards community service hours for bright futures. Find Animal Allies Florida on Facebook and Instagram or go to aaflorida.org/volunteer.
In our democracy, your vote matters. Make your voice heard. Get registered. Seek out reliable reporting on the candidates and issues and vote on or before November 5th. Visit vote411.org. This message is furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
I love it.
Well, welcome back to the hottest spot in town. We are here back. We were carrying on a conversation, yo. I mean, excuse me, when I get to a deep conversation, I forget. I be here and then my ear go, oh. But listen to this. We got a phone call. I don't want them to hold on too long because I know they won't have something they want to say. Good morning. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
I just want to say, first of all, this is Jamaica. This is Jam.
Hey, Jam.
How are y'all doing
Good
this
morning.
morning?
Hey, Jam.
Hey. Hey. I said, first of all, I'm so happy to see you on the screen, Shell. I'm so proud of you. And I think that your message that you're giving, you're saying stuff that people are scared to say.
Amen.
So what you're saying, they want to say it, but they don't know how or what to do about it.
Mm-hmm.
So counseling, mental health, that stuff is for real. And they're watching you as a mother that has gone through a major situation to still be able to sit on TV right here and smile and tell everybody about the love of Jesus and still get out here and do a walk to encourage somebody. Like you said, the walk is not about you, it's about everybody.
Right.
That's
It's
right.
about everybody. So I commend you. I just wanted to come on and tell you that.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, Shell. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right, Jamaica.
And I love you too, Sunshine, always and forever.
Thank you, girl. We'll talk soon.
Absolutely. I have a wonderful day.
You
All right,
too.
bye-bye. I tell you, but you see, Michelle, this is what I want from the community, to get behind this. Let's come out and support. You can sit there and go, oh, oh, that's far as it goes? No, we need you to support. We need you to come out in masses this next weekend. Get in touch with her, be a part of this, because there are things that she needs that you can come out and help with.
Right.
So please don't just sit there and look at the screen and say, oh, she's doing a great job. Oh, she's strong because she's doing this. But no, you're doing this, and it's not easy to do this alone. And people, reach out and let's help this young lady make this a total success, because you don't know, this could come to your front door tomorrow.
That's right.
Do you think she planned for this? No, not at all. But this could come to your front door today. And the fact that we can come together to help you and support you is the thing that I think as a community we need to do. And with her being woman enough, strong enough to tell her story, what she just shared with us, what she went through, come on. It's as Jamaica says, we're doing this not just for your son, we're doing this for everybody. And you were even talking to me earlier this morning about even signs. Talk about that, Michelle.
So there are, not in every case, but there are signs that you can look for to when it relates to someone going through suicide, depression. Of course, depression, anger, hopelessness, feeling worthy, fear of hurting themselves or someone else, getting on drugs. That's another thing. Talking about destroying themselves or destruction of property, things like that. If you see changes in their behavior, loss of interest, the things that they would normally, love to do. If they're a great person, like to be around a lot of friends, and they suddenly change that, they isolate themselves. Those are things that you can look for. People that want to commit suicide don't always speak about it. So as a community, we all have a responsibility to look at things, notice changes in someone. Sometimes my son's nickname was Smiley.
Right.
He got that nickname from his junior football coaches because he always had a smile on his face. And so when it relates to suicide, you have to try to identify the pain behind the smile, because I can smile all day, you don't know what I'm really going through on the inside. That is the case behind a lot of people. They have a mask. When you take the mask off, it's time to unveil that, to bring it out in the open so that we can truly get true healing, so we can truly recover from the trauma. Right. A lot of things, like I spoke about my situation earlier about, my own struggles with suicide. That is a great example of hiding pain. Sometimes we bury stuff so deep till we think that we've overcome. And I never talked about it since it happened. I've never brought it up. But it was still there.
Of course.
It was still there, and it's not that, I feel the need to speak of it now and to bring changes to help others. But that just goes to show you how trauma can just build and build and build. And that's what causes people to go that direction, is because we have unhealed trauma, and that's what try is for, is to, unveil that trauma and then release it. And, that all of those steps that you're taking is to prevent suicide, is to prevent you from getting to that feeling of hopelessness, because if you take care of your mental health, it is a daily battle. It is something that you have to do continue. Just like you go to the doctor for your physical checkups, your mental health is just as important, if not more. So you just have to make it a habit and make it a daily routine to take care of your mental health.
Absolutely. And you're going through therapy now, right?
I do. I go
and every
week, every Tuesday.
But you know what, everybody, sometimes I think we have this stigma that is built up in our community that, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to talk to nobody. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Please, that's the first sign right there. Maybe something wrong, because you don't want to go.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's ways that you can get help. We talked with Lakeview when you were on before.
Right.
And they were telling about so many ways of things that you can do, even when you see a person that you may feel that's dealing with something. And that's also what you're talking about, right? At the at your event that's coming up on next Saturday, you're gonna have all sorts of information there, right? So there will be
resources there. The Esclerosis Suicide Coalition will be there. The American Foundation of Suicide Prevention will be there. We will have a lot of literature, resources, education, so that you can learn. We also go over how to help someone in a crisis, knowing the signs, how to be able to help someone that's going through something. It's very important for us to, we're asking people to change the stigma and asking them to learn how to talk about it, but we have to learn how to receive. We have to learn how to stop judging, stop placing blame, allowing people to truly be able to come forward and heal, and we take a risk, because a lot of people, there is shame. It's shame. They don't want to be looked at differently. They don't want to be judged, because.
And that's what they get from the outside.
Right. And that's why a lot of people, they suffer in silence. They hold that in, even from families, and we just have to make this a normal conversation to where people are wanting to get that help.
Absolutely. And with the things, oh God, how the world has changed now anyway, my Lord and glory. But the fact of it is, you're saying that there's a stigma there that people have, how they want to talk about when they don't know anything about it.
Right, and we have to shy away from not talking about things that we're not familiar with. It's time to get familiar. It's time to educate yourself and to learn about something. Just because you don't know about something doesn't mean you can't talk about it. Doesn't mean you should shy away from it. Well, I don't know about suicide, so it's not my problem. It's not affecting me, so let me just, not worry about that conversation. No, it's not time for that. It's time for, if you don't know about something, educate yourself. Come
Absolutely.
out to the walk. Come out to the event. Learn how you can help others, because you never know when you may be in a situation where someone else needs help, tomorrow. Or in a crisis situation where someone they want to go right now. You don't have time to make a phone call. You don't have time to get a professional. You need to intervene right now, and you need to know what to do if you get in that situation.
And this is what they can find all this out at the walk coming up on the 14th, right?
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to you today from my heart, because when she pours her heart out like this, you never know. And I still say this could knock on your door tomorrow. But if you could learn some of the signs, some of the things, that the preventive measures that you can recognize, then just as what you didn't realize when you were 15, that you were Baker Act, right. But that helped you. Like you said, then you were upset. But the fact of it is, you thank God for it, because right. Look at you today.
Yeah.
And don't worry about what Tom, Dick, or Harry, Sue, Sally, or Jane may think. Do the right thing.
You have to think that I'm so grateful for my mother for intervening, because I'm here to talk about it. There's so many others that are not here. They didn't get to tell their story, and you need to know that your life matters. I don't care who you are, where you are, what color your skin is, what your religion is. I don't care. Your life matters.
That's right.
We love you. And that's what this community is about. The community is going to come out to show you how much we love you, how much we support you. We're all together. And that's what this event is. We're just going to come out on love. This is not a sad day. This is not a sad occasion. So I don't want you to feel like this is going to be a down event or a sad event. It's not. We're coming out to honor the ones that are not here to tell their story, while celebrating their lives and speaking their names, and know that they do still matter. And that we are going to help those that are maybe going through something right now. You may be struggling. Come out, get uplifted, get encouraged. Feel the love of the community, and know that you are not alone.
Absolutely. Now, Michelle, you're going to have speakers there as well. Right? Speakers going to talk from all some of the persons you talked about, yes, to educate you on some of the things.
Yes. So I'll have a speaker there that will go over, that will speak to the event, to the suicide. To know just some things to look out for and how you can help.
Right. And I want to reiterate this, because I don't know whether everybody remember this or not, but we've talked about this with several shows, that suicide is at the top here in Escambia County at the rate that it is. So I think that with preventive measures, if we learn to go out to seek help, to find out ways, we can lower that number. I believe that. When she says she wants you to come out in masses, so that it's not to come out and say, oh, I'm so sorry. No, it's to come out, let's educate each other.
This is not for sympathy at all. This is for awareness. And then this is my very first event. So I'm very grateful for all of the support that continue to support, continue to share. this is just the beginning for me. This is me to introduce myself to everyone, let everyone know what I am standing for. But I'm going to be in the community. I'm going to get out. I'm doing the work. There's going to be plenty more things that you will see, try, showing up for us. So, I'm excited.
Oh, I see her. She's already making that move. Because everything I've been to lately, who do I see? I mean, but your face is there, and people are realizing, and you're telling your story. And even right now, I think this event is up on the website.
It is. So it is on Facebook. It is on Eventbrite. Make sure you register for the walk. You do not have to walk, so if you feel like, hey, I'm just not physically able to walk, please don't let it discourage you from coming out. You are welcome to bring your lawn chairs. We're going to have live music. We'll have a DJ there. We're going to have a great time. This is a family-free event. You're more than welcome to bring your children. Don't leave them behind.
They need to hear it.
Come out as well. We will have food for you. There'll be refreshments. So we're just going to have a good time. This is not a long, drawn-out walk. We are walking with a purpose, but it's not going to be something extenuating. So very quick walk around the perimeter of the museum plaza. So, we are walking with purpose.
Come on, let's walk 5 miles. Did you hear that? She's like,
This ain't no 5K. We're not there yet. We'll work on it.
I mean, we're going to work on that for next year. Okay, I'll lead your work.
I would love to do the bridge one year.
Oh, God,
but
yeah.
This is gonna be an annual event, so I will be having this every year.
Oh, now the bridge. Oh, God, I will be there. I walked that several times.
I gotta work myself up for that one, though.
Walk with me, God. I'll get you ready for it.
That's a long walk, and I'm scared of heights.
Look, it's got so many things you won't even fall on that water, okay? I mean, not at all. But the fact of it is that you're planning this, and everybody, I just want to reiterate this. She's saying that she still needs more help.
That's right.
She still needs more help. Now, she's done a lot. But I believe that collectively, if we come together, we can do even more. Right. And what she has already done, now, and financially, she's come out of her own pocket to do this. So why don't we as a community come together to help her? Don't say, as my mother used to say, never got no fold in your lips. But it's time for us to really come together, because I think this is so serious. And the reason why I keep talking about this, because I think the more we talk about it and not push it aside, because it's so prevalent right here in Escambia County, that we need to keep it top of mind. How are we going to tackle this if we don't talk about it?
Right.
Please make that a purpose that you're going to be a part, because she has shared some valuable things here today, and we got even more to share. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk more about Try right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m. Hosted by Sergeant Melanie Peterson and David Craig. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
In our democracy, your vote matters. Make your voice heard. Get registered. Seek out reliable reporting on the candidates and issues, and vote on or before November 5th. Visit vote411.org. This message is furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
This is Wayne at Icon Automotive in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I wanted to tell you more about our powertrain warranty forever. It comes with any vehicle we sell that has 80,000 miles or less at no additional cost to you. We put our vehicles through a tough safety and mechanical inspection before it can have the powertrain warranty forever, giving you a peace of mind with your purchase. This warranty is good anywhere in the country, and it covers 100% of parts and labor with no mileage limit, and is covered as long as you own the vehicle. Come pick out your dealership car at non-dealership pricing with a powertrain warranty forever at Icon Automotive.
Keeping your family healthy can be complicated. Baptist makes it better with trusted primary care doctors for the whole family and trusted specialists at convenient locations throughout the region ready to care for you. All when you need us most. Let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
Go back to being a kid again. Head on over to Bubba's Sweet Spot. We've got house-made caramels, fudge, pralines, marshmallows, and lots and lots and lots and lots of chocolate. Looking for more traditional candy? We've got you. Our walls are covered head to toe in all the classics, from taffy to gummies and lollipops to gumballs. And don't forget our ice cream. With endless toppings and dipped cones, we've got what you're craving. Let us take you back to a time when every problem could be solved with candy. At Bubba's Sweet Spot.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner on this Tuesday. Wow, it's so close to saying Monday.
I know, we missed the day.
We missed that day. And yesterday was like, wow, I woke up on time, like, and then this morning I didn't want to get up. You get it? It twists me around. But listen, we're talking with Michelle Gant today about the event that she's got coming up, Suicide Awareness, coming up on September 14th at Museum Plaza, kicking off at 5:30. We encourage you to get there beforehand. I like to be there early so you can walk around and see all the vendors and talk with some of the people there with the information that's going to be beneficial to all families. And again, I want to encourage everybody who's watching today to please call her, encourage her. Sometimes you don't know what a word can do for a person when they're doing what they're doing, standing where they are.
Right.
And then sharing what you shared with us today, I think that's absolutely strong as ever. And we as a community should be blowing this phone up just to say, hey, look, continue. I love what you're doing. Don't sit there and go, oh, I just don't go for that. I'm just believing speaking out to help somebody. Even if it's just to come out and support.
Right.
If you don't have anything in particular, come out and support.
Support means everything. Even if you can't attend or you don't want to attend, it costs nothing to share the flyer.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. You don't know who is on your page, who your following may be, who you could be helping, who is going through something right now as we speak. Just the simple saying, since I started planning this event, I have run into people in the grocery stores. I was at work one day and I just overheard this lady talking about her daughter wanting to take her life, and it was just a time for me to intervene and let her know about the event, and she was so grateful to but like I said, you don't know who you're helping, you don't know who needs this.
Absolutely, I agree. And I think just because, and I want everybody to always realize, even though you may not be dealing with some of the things that you're dealing with, that's the time you really should step up.
Right.
I believe that. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
Let's not say, okay, no, Michelle, she'll be okay. No, Michelle, no, she'll be okay. No. You don't know. This has got to be one difficult thing. And for you, I'll say this again and again, to come on and to share your story as you have, which nobody knew, not even your children. That's powerful within itself. For your mentor, Antoine is his name. Yeah. I mean, look how he's you might want to give up. He said, no. Don't fail this test.
Right.
Pass this test now. It's only a test to get through it, and he's not going to take you anywhere. I believe, because I know that God is a God who's, he cannot lie. He made us a promise that he's not going to put any more on us. He got you here for a reason. You're doing this, and he's going to take you all the way. Trust him. It get difficult.
2 years ago, I didn't see it, and I wanted, why me? Why my son? And why not you? And I can truly say I never thought I would be where I am today 2 years ago. I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't. And I have my good days as well as my bad days, but I pushed through because it's not for me. Nothing we go through is for us. It's always to help other people, and that's how this even got birth, was through my pain. I don't want any other family to ever go through what I've gone through, what my family's gone through. And I can't do that by being quiet. I can't do that by grieving in peace and being in my corner and just worry about me. We have to bring change, and we have to want to help others. We should want to, not see no one else go through this.
Amen.
And so, I'm very grateful, that God gave me this vision, and that He allowed me to be able to,
He's
push
got
through
you.
it.
I know. He's got you. And we want to invite everybody who's been through this to come out with their pictures, right?
Right. So
bring a picture.
I am still looking for families that if you know someone that has passed away from suicide, and they're not here to tell their story, We want to honor them. We want to celebrate their lives. Their lives matter. They still matter. It's okay to talk about them. Again, this is not for shame. This is not to offend anyone. So all I ask is that if you want to honor someone, that you please get the family's permission. I do not want this to offend anyone, but I would love, it would be an honor to celebrate your loved one. Yeah, I really would like that. I do have 3 families so far, but I know there are more. I know there are. And we want to celebrate them. We want to honor them. This is going to be a time of celebration.
So if that's a person, even if it's not suicide, they're going through other things, you want them out there as well.
Right.
Because these people can get help from other people that can give them support in whatever it is that they're dealing with as well.
Right.
So we're not just going to limit it that way, but it is for suicide. But let's say if another person feels compelled to come, please.
Right.
The door is open.
The door is open to everyone.
Everybody.
Yes.
That's a big part. Come on out and just be there to make a difference. If it's just to walk around the plaza.
If it's just to show love, to be nice, to make someone's day, you don't know what people are going through.
You can say that again.
You don't know. We are a community, and we show up in numbers. We show up when there's a great cause, and this is that cause.
Right. It ain't got to be Tucker out there.
Right.
Don't have to be King George out there.
It don't. This is Pensacola. We're a small community, and most of us all know each other. We've been here our whole lives. They always say Pensacola is so small, but it's time for Pensacola to show up.
Thank you. You show up for a lot of those things. I'm just being
positive, to bring
change, bring some good change here. You know what I'm saying? Bring some good change. All these people that I see who got these different things that, okay, this group over here doing that, going to the same thing. This group over here doing that, bring it all together.
Right.
I said that to you to say, I just wish that we could be on one page one time and just bring everything together. If we say that we're working for the same cause, we don't have to go point it out 10 different directions. Let's bring it all together. Look at the impact that's going to have.
Right.
I shared that with you, and that's a vision I have that I am going to work toward. I just want everybody to, let's put all of these resources together. Watch what's going to happen. Watch what's going to happen. Create something that's going to be, and take the I out of the equation.
That's right.
Take the
I'll be the first to say this is not about me, baby.
Okay, she
anybody
let
that personally knows me, I'm not a speaker, baby. Anybody will tell you.
And
but God.
Even with her sitting here, I thought this was going to be hard. I told her she's doing well. She said, oh no, had to get a drink of water there. But she is doing exceptionally well because she didn't think she would, but it's just a conversation that she sees now where the need is because of what you've been through and yet dealing with to grow every single day.
Yes.
And I just say God has a purpose.
He does.
God has a plan. No, look at, she laughed. She said, just talk, Sonshine.
I can't say.
No, but I say that we want to encourage you to please. This is going to be taking place on September the 14th right there at Museum Plaza. Just as you go up there for the Get Your Happy Back. I want you to come out there.
We're going to keep our happy. Happy
come on, say it again.
We're going to keep our happy.
That's right.
It's still time to be happy.
Willow, I want you to be over there on the 14th, getting your happy, keep it going, okay? Because we got to get, Willow's going to share this. We're going to put it on there, keeping your happy.
That's right. That's right.
So look, that's where it's going to be. And I bet you go, yeah, no, I love Willow. Yeah, baby. He's a good guy. But I say that because you can get laughter. Laughter is good for the soul. And I can tell in your eyes when I look at her, I know when to crack a joke. Okay, and I'm not a comedian, but I know when because she's such a sweetheart in what she's doing. And I see the love that you have because I follow you and I look with the love with your kids and your grandkids. That love is absolutely amazing. Mm. And how you love on them. And how your son, oh God, it was so funny when we ran into each other. He said, I know you from somewhere. I said, of course you know me from somewhere. No, but I'm saying that he's just a little tot. He's grown up into a grown man now. But the fact of it is the love that you show, and what we're sharing today is for everybody to please take heed to what we're saying. You never know when this can happen to you. This is why I'm so open to learn. I found out I probably need to go see a therapist. Ooh, I'm gonna be talking for a year. My first session.
I love therapy. Like I'll tell anybody. It has been the best thing. If I miss a week, I can tell.
Really?
I go every week. It's just like a normal routine for me now. I love therapy.
And I see it's another young lady that
phenomenal. She was my first supporter.
Oh, really?
And that means a lot when someone has seen you from your brokenness and helped with your healing process to now back you up to see the true healing. When I say my therapist laughs with me, she cries with me. We done had crying sessions. I love my therapist. She was like, don't nobody have to know who I am. I don't want to break patient confidential. I said, girl, you my girl. I love you. So yeah.
Oh,
I'm
what's
so
her name?
excited.
You want to tell her name?
I won't I won't do that for her own privacy, but the day of the event, she might get put on blast.
I want to meet her.
She is phenomenal.
I mean, that's a great thing, the relationship you have, and you see what she's saying. Look at you smiling today.
Yes.
When you said at first you had given up. You said, why me? Why I gotta do this?
Right.
But there's always a purpose, and God already had it set.
Yes.
Maybe, maybe you're dealing with some things that you thought that you had just covered up on the inside that you need to talk to a therapist about to get it,
And
out.
find a therapist that's good for you. If you go to therapy and you're like, that's not a good fit, don't give up on therapy just because that therapist didn't work out. I went through 5 therapists before I found the one that was my fit. So the therapy is for you. It's for your healing. It's for you. Not that they're there for as a medical professional, but if that's not a great fit, find you one that is until you get that, because at the end of the day, the healing is for you.
Absolutely. I got some questions about that when we come back. We got to take a break.
Okay.
But we're coming back and talk with more with Michelle Gant on Try right here on Sunshine's Corner.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
The Reesburg Institute, Pensacola's ear, nose, throat, and voice center. We welcome you to visit us at our convenient Davis Highway location in Pensacola. At the Reesburg Institute, we offer the most advanced treatment available in a calm, stress-free environment. Since 2014, we've performed over 1,000 cases in office of balloon sinus surgery, as well as septoplasty and nasal procedures using oral sedation. The in-office procedures result in a faster healing time. Visit us and feel the difference.
Hello, my name is Eric, and this was my first visit to Little John's. The selection, the pricing here, and the customer service were outstanding. I would definitely recommend. The staff was very friendly, and they'll get you what you need.
Hi, this is John with Little John's Big and Tall here in Pensacola, Florida at 5700 North Davis Highway. Check us out at littlejohnsbigandtall.com, where we can take care of you with extra large up to 14X and large tall to 6X tall.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner. She's got me laughing because she thinks, I think my face when I do something, what, huh? But we're talking about therapy. And I know that there's stigma in our community about therapy. I don't need to talk. Why should I talk to somebody about my business? They don't know me. Your business.
I'm glad you said that. You need to talk to somebody that don't know you.
That's right.
For one, it's no different than me and you sitting here having this conversation today. It's no different. Just as comfortable as I am talking to you, that's how you should be about your therapist. First of all, they are confidentiality. They can't tell anybody your business. You don't got to worry about hearing it to nobody else. And they're not biased. They don't know you.
That's
they don't
right.
know your situation. They don't know if you're going for your spouse. They don't know your spouse, so it's good to have that other party that's not involved that can give you an insight of, a better perspective of how to work things out. And, they're professionals. They are trained for this. They know how to break down the dynamics of communication and, understanding and all of that. I recommend therapy to everyone. And none of us perfect.
Nope.
If you is, you're in the wrong place.
Thank you.
But if everybody needs therapy, and whether you're going through something or not, if you're not going through something, you need that to maintain, to make sure that you don't
not
go
going
through
something,
and to know how to be better communicators. There's so much you can get out of therapy.
When you're talking to people like that, when I said that, I think what just came back in my head is sometimes we think if we go talk to a friend will put your business in the street. Friend will tell everything they know. But and that's not a true friend.
And then it's going to get twisted.
They're going to add a little bit more to it to make it sound better because they're lying. I mean, like when it's supposed to be in confidentiality, that they keep what you're talking about. I can say this, and because there's some times I've gone through some situations, right? There was a person that said something, they were telling everybody, right? But then there's another person who didn't say a word. But even with that person, it was like suggested to me that I seek therapy. The one that kept them out.
But you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know if they're in that space to where they can handle what you are giving to them.
Exactly.
If the load is too heavy for them.
That's right.
You don't know. They may never tell you that you think they're just being a great friend, and they're fighting their own battles.
Exactly. Oh, and believe me, I believe we all have those demons in that we're fighting, that tries to turn us around from what it is that God has planned for us, to take us back a step further. Right. And I agree with that. So when you say that, we all should, we go to that because mental health is a part of life. Mental health is a part that we got to learn to deal with. And I think that if we overcome that stigma, we'll be 100% better. And I don't know about other communities, but I know what I see in mine.
Right.
And I see that, and I say this now, when you want to find out more, don't be at home going through pure hell on earth and then die and go to hell. Don't get no help. You understand what I'm saying? But see, this is what she has stepped out on faith to do. She has got this event. She's got the people that's coming that works with this every single day. She even said something about her therapist. Gonna be there coming up on the 14th. That you yourself as a community can come by and be a part of, to learn, to get educated on something that you're not educated on. Because if we were all educated, it wouldn't be happening like it is.
Right.
I truly believe that. And if you notice earlier, there were facts that we had up on the screen about what to look for, things that you can take a note to that will let you know that that person is dealing with something. And the facts that we share with you, we invite everybody even to jot that down. Now, if you don't get the chance to watch this show today because you're at work, well, get this. It'll be back on this afternoon at 6 o'clock. You can watch it again. And here are the facts. Do you know the facts? Suicide warning signs, feeling helplessness. You got worthlessness, fear of hurting oneself or others. Come on now. All of these things right here, action, drug or alcohol abuse, talking or writing about death, destruction, or recklessness. Oh, wow. There's a lot that goes on. Changes in personality, behavior, loss of interest in friends and hobbies once enjoyed. Yeah, go get a therapist, people. Go talk to somebody about these things that you're experiencing. And it has been absolutely another day that's filled with education because of the fact that you've come in with us, Michelle.
And I just saw this at the bottom of the screen, so I just want to touch on this very quickly. A lot of life changes that people don't notice, especially in teenagers and children. Divorce is a big one. When parents are, divorcing and they've been together for a while, and they don't think about how it affects the child, or any major life-changing event is when you'll see a shift in moods, depression, things like that. So those are very important to look out for.
Absolutely. I can attest to that for real. I mean, really.
Moving, abruptly moving, when you've been accustomed to an area, like things like that. Those are just different situations that can bring about changes of emotions.
Absolutely. So therefore, that's why it's so important that you come out on next Saturday, the 14th of September. We're going to be there at the Museum Plaza. Keep your happy going right there as we learn about suicide awareness. Keep that happy going.
Yes.
I love that. We'll have to do that. Wow. Okay, Willow, I got something to add on to it. Now we're going to keep that happy flowing. Suicide Prevention Awareness Walk. Time is 5:30 p.m. We want you to come out, be there early, because there's going to be vendors there that's giving you education on all of these things that we've touched on today. But mostly, we want you to show out in numbers. Please, show out in numbers. Give them one more plea, Michelle. We got 2 minutes.
So if you are interested in participating, if you want to be a vendor, contact me. I can be reached at 850-291-5778. Again, that number is 850-291-5778. You can also email me at traumareleaseinvest@gmail.com. Again, that is traumareleaseinvest@gmail.com.
And of course, now if you didn't get that, you call me, I'll give it to you.
That's right.
My number's on Facebook, girl. Been there for years. But I say that. But please come out next week and let's do the right thing. Come together. And I want to say to you, continue the fight. He said that he'll take you there. He's going to take you through it. Yeah. And I believe that with everything. And what you're doing is going to help so many others. People may not say it out loud, but I guarantee you it's going to help somebody that you would never, ever think. Keep up with your little videos that help me a lot too, okay?
Okay.
But everybody, I tell you what, it has been a fantastic Tuesday. But I want to remind you now, well, talking about walking, get ready, because you know I do my exercise every Tuesday night. So meet me there at the Spricker Center tonight at 6:30. Get your exercise on. I'll leave you as I do every single day, my dear friends. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember, if you keep God first at whatever you do, I'll guarantee you this, you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow morning until 6:30 this afternoon at Spricker Center for another day of exercise and taking care of the only temper you're going to have. Know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. I look to see you also in support of Michelle with suicide awareness coming up on September the 14th at Museum Plaza. So until then, my friends, know that we love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while we're gone. We'll talk to you then.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.